Just give me a second. Hope everyone is having a good day. I see someone says hi. I see Toy Pups is here. Hey, Toy Pups. Hi, Selma. Desktop is running just a bit slow. I think it's doing some kind of thing. What kind of thing? I don't know. Some kind of thing. Hey, Jessica. Jessica, how are you? Hello, my friends. Sorry, guys. Jessica, how are you feeling?
We ran a promotion cutting the price.
There we go. Just about all set. Hey, Lee. Lee says, hey, Yogi, good evening. Good evening to you. Jessica says, I'm okay, I guess. Anything going on? What makes it, I guess? Still not feeling well? Not deprived, my friend. Almost ready. Lee, you said you were sort of resting up after the past few days of adventuring, right? No, I was going to look something up. Struggling with anxiety really bad. I can understand that. What you'd like to do, first off, we could do some of the somatic practices that we do, where we ground ourselves. Remember the touch, the blowing on the thumb? I can lead you through that. And then we do some very, very gentle breath work. I'm happy to do whatever I can. I've been there as well, Jessica. Let's see. Lee says, Yogi, yes, I've rested too much today. I'm keen for a long walk tomorrow to start Sunday off nice. The best way to start today. Everyone should walk. I know that get out in nature. Everyone should get out in nature. And give me 1 second. One thing that I've discovered, I discovered this during I guess I've always done it. Nature's everywhere. We don't think of it that way. We think we got to get out. We got to get out far, right, to find nature. If you have a blade of grass in your neighborhood, you have nature. I'm going to post a quote. And then we'll get started, Jessica. Hey, Abigail. Abigail's doing amazing. Hey, Mike. Mike is here. Mike, how are you? Abigail is off today. I'm glad you have the day off. Lazy day. Not me. Not so far. I hit another PR milestone today. Let's see. Hey, medic. Medic says I just got assaulted by the wife. I misread your title. I thought it said, let's do the breathwork, and I got a sap. I hold full responsibility for that, medic. I apologize. Completely my fault. Please apologize to your wife for my behalf. Zipper says, this synchronizers watches V likes. Watching V lights. Gotcha. Good point. Mike's doing well. All right. Yes, kettlebell PR. This week was the first week I jumped up. First time in about 15 years since I left kettlebell sport behind to take up ultra running. And then after ultra running, I thought I was going to get back into kettlebells, but instead I got into high rep body weight stuff, burpees, and all that other stuff. This is the first time in not quite a year. I think I started kettlebells again at the end of October last year, but it hasn't been a year yet. My return back to the 20 kilogram bells. And I did an easy 1 minute Monday, Wednesday, and yesterday. Today with my coach. I don't know if my coach is here or not. I have a new kettlebell coach. If she could step up. She got me into a 2-minute set of long cycle, clean and jerks, 2-minute set of jerks, and a 2-minute set of snatches. Thank you, Lee. Just give me a thumbs up, please, when you're ready. Guys, we're going to do somatic practice and then some easy breath work. Abigail is helping everyone mod. Good. You always do a good job, Abigail. I know you've always been a big help for me. Jessica is ready. For those who want to join in with us, this is to ground ourselves, to reduce the anxious thoughts that we have. It's the anxious thoughts that cause anxiety within the body. And yet we're going to take an opposite approach. We're going to calm the body. And in that way, we calm the mind. Anxious thoughts cause anxiety to surface in the body. Heart rate speeds up. We're just off. We feel it. We feel that anxiety throughout the body. Hence, nervous. But again, we take the opposite approach with healing it. We start with the body. Yes, Kat. Kat says, do you think my wireless headphones that sit around my neck can cause my neck to ache? I do. I do. It only takes something very, very slight to throw us off. We have something on our neck and we might hold the neck a little bit differently. So one small thing that we don't pay any attention to can cascade to all kinds of stuff. So you might want to take like headphone breaks every 15 minutes, every half an hour, once an hour. Take the headphones off, move the neck back and forth. Use your eyes. I'm looking far. I'm not straining my neck. I'm using my eyes to gently get the neck to move a little bit farther, up and down. And then circles, but don't do a complete circle. Go one direction, and then the direction back. Also, shoulder rolls. And no, Kat, it sounds like I'm asking you to exercise. But this is joint mobility. It's sort of like yoga in motion. It's not exercise. I promise you. I would never ask you to exercise. All right. So, Jessica, we're going to begin sitting down, relaxing, shoulders at ease, checking in with the body. Hey, Carl. Check where you are breathing. Bring in a very gentle focus to the nose, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Let that attention travel down to your belly. You breathe in, notice the belly rises and the belly falls. Nothing big, just noticing the breath. As we notice, we relax. Happens on its own, just by noticing. If you find that you are not breathing down in the belly, notice where you're breathing now, and then bring it down to the belly. No effort, just breathe in through the nose and notice the belly rises and the belly falls. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. We're going to bring our thumb up, and we want the thumb up close to the lips. We're going to breathe in through the nose and exhale, blowing on the thumb gently. Repeat. Move the thumb closer, a little farther away. Very gentle blow. If you want, you can make an easy whoosh. Do it about 3 more times. One more thing. Bring your hands to your arms. Back and forth. You can stop and apply just a little bit of tension with your hands wherever you want to. You're just affirming that you are at home in your body. Your body is home, then it has to feel comfortable for you. So we're coming home. We're returning home. You can put one arm under the other arm in a hug, feeling safe. Everything's slowing down. Thoughts slowing down. We can switch sides. Our breath is slowing down. Back to both. Up and down. Heart rate is slowing down. Come all the way down, hands in a prayer position. Hands skating. One hand skating against the other. This one's my favorite. We can offer ourselves some affirmations. I am calm. I am at peace. I am calm within my body. I am at peace where I am right now. Now bring one hand, whichever hand you want, to the heart center. Slow circles. You can make the circle small. Just your fingertips. You can make it broader using the whole hand. Whatever feels comfortable. There's no wrong way to do this. You can also do this anytime. We're going to come back to the thumb. Thumb is up. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe on the thumb. Blowing gently. Then you can release it. Bring your attention back to your breath. Noticing how calm and easily it's flowing. No effort. And when you're ready, we'll come back to the chat. I love you, Jessica. Hello, Jason. Lee says, Jason, I'm pleased you're back on. Missed you, sir. We haven't seen you for a bit, Jason. Great to see you too. We will do some more regular breath work later in the live stream as well. Jessica, I'll be live for about 15 minutes. Every 15 or so minutes, we're going to check in with the breath. Maybe we'll do some more thumb blowing, maybe some more hand skating, check in on the breath. And throughout the entirety, I'm just going to keep checking in with each other. Reducing those anxious thoughts by working with the body. Jessica says, thank you, Eric. I love you too. I wish I could have started my day that way. If you ever want, let me know what time you're going to get up the night before, and I will greet you in the morning, and we'll do some breath work together. I love doing the body work. This calms everything down. Kat says, that was really beautiful. Thank you, Yogi. Everyone enjoyed that. You're welcome, Kat. I love it too. I absolutely love it. I'm always on the lookout for new somatic exercises to do. I've taken some continuing education classes. I absolutely love it. Little things, gifts that we can give to ourselves. Wrist holding. Slide, hold the wrist. Slide, hold the wrist. And again, there's no wrong way to do it. I love it. She says, oh, shoot. Did I not put the link up? Man, guys, Cat's a bad influence on me. I almost said dang it. Is this close to saying dang it? Cat says, Jace. I don't know if I can fix this. Guys, I might turn myself green. I don't want to turn myself green. I'm not angry. Cat says, oh, Yogi, not me. I never would have said dang it before. Ah. Did you like me saying dang it? Did I disappear? Did I disappear? And could you hear me? I was sitting there and Jessica says it wasn't me. It was me. I'm back. I didn't know I disappeared. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find a way to restore the link. Carl says, yeah. Yeah, you could hear me? I was like whistling to myself. I was telling myself stories. Kat says, no, I think it was my phone. No, I think I might have blinked out. Sorry, Jace. Hey, Jace, how's everything at the beach? Jeff Mary says, Cat and Jack, hi. So I apologize. Carl says he kind of froze for a bit. It's the story of my life, Carl. Kat says, you want to fight? I said it was me, my phone. You gotta admit, I'm a little intimidated by Kat. I already had a my neighborhood beaver have a flex off with me, basically saying, I got you, bro. Check message, bro. It says, Jace. Let's see. Got something from Sean from Skits. Sorry, guys.
Boom, boom, boom. Touching you, sweet Caroline. Boom, boom, boom. Touching you, sweet.
That is a lot of food. Glad you guys are having fun. Hey, Dan. Dan, I've been thinking about you. What's up with the job? Have you gotten any notification yet? Our friend Dan is in the midst of a possible career. What's the word I'm looking for? Change? I was looking for something more dramatic, but career change. That'll do. Jace waves at Dan. Just waiting. I hope you're here soon, Dan. You know what Tom Petty said? The waiting. It's the hardest part. So, we'll pick up the microphone, metaphorically speaking, this evening. Maybe do a little more singing. Hey, Jessica, we want to keep maintaining this nice, easy feeling. So, anytime during this conversation, give me a wave or a thumbs up, and we'll go back to the thumb blowing, the hand skating, the arms, and the chest. We'll check in with the breath. Hey, Brian. Chef Mary says, poor man, I am poor, but rich in spirit, my friend. Rich in spirit, rich in love. Jason's waving at Squirrel and Lee. Sniper sends some love to Cat and Jack. Josh is back with the quotes. How embarrassing for me. First thing I do in the morning other than bathroom stuff? Well, come on, guys. Come on, Josh. What's the first thing you do in the morning? He says, Easy Home Cooking says, how are you? Easy, my friend. I'm doing pretty well. How about you? What's new? Lee says, say Brian, sir, Jace, sir, and Mary. Ross says, sup, Josh. Brian says, slow to Cat and Jack. How you doing today? Hey, Brian, have you seen any hummingbirds lately? No, you sent me something, what was like a week, was it 2 weeks ago? Everyone's saying hi. Josh says, wake up. That's the first thing I do in the morning. Well, that's implied. Josh thinks he's so clever just because he can speak 127 different languages. So how's the beach, Jace? Brian says, I saw a hummingbird yesterday. Nice. I haven't seen one this year. I'm in a hummingbird deficit. Josh says, I am clever. I think I said so clever. So clever is just a micro notch above clever. Sniper says, we open our eyes, but did we really wake up? Eventually. All of us. Collectively. This is where the course differentiates a little bit from some other text teachings. Course says we wake up collectively or we don't wake up at all, and we all are going to wake up. In truth, it's already been done. Buddhism, though, you have the Bodhisattvas, those who are already awakened, but they refuse the final state of nirvana in order to keep coming back to help us all. We never know when we've been in contact with a Bodhisattva. This is full of sand. Xena loves it. Did you guys get in the water? Shift Mary says just hi. Jessica says hi to Mary. Differ wench. Differ wench. Differ wench. Differ wench. Hey, JR. JR, how you feeling? Has the antibiotics taken effect? Carl says slow to sniper. Jace waves at Josh. I think Jace just raved in white Russian, so only Josh can understand. Josh says, disappointment takes us by surprise. At this point, we should have realized everyone is dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. And song artist? Who was that, Josh? Hey, Josh, what's new in the furry world? Except says hi to JR, Jason Carl. Gets a salute in return. Josh says, let me look. Hey, I just popped up. You guys friend with Mom Dog 72? She is live right now. If you want to pop in, say hi. You can pop in and say hi. Let her know that I said hi too. That I sent you guys over. Then, if you want, come on back. I don't mind if you pop out in a while. I don't mind if you ever pop out. I don't mind if you ever pop out. But I, of course, don't mind if you ever pop out to support a friend. As we should all do. It's a big old world out there. Let's get back to blowing on our thumb. Just a little bit. Nobody takes a little bit. We think of all these big, long practices, that breath work needs to be long and involved, that body work is difficult. It isn't. It's as simple as raising your thumb close to the lips and breathing in through the nose and very gently blowing on the thumb and noticing the breath. Notice every aspect. Notice the breath as it touches the tip of the nose, how it gently leaves the lips, and it lands upon the thumb. One breath can be a beautiful experience. One breath can be healing. Do that one more time. Then let's bring our hands back in prayer position. And very slowly and gently. We want the fingers to just be barely skating. Hands, the very tips of the fingers skating. We want to start off fast, and then we can slow down. Here's the wonderful thing about the hand skating. We start in prayer position. And we finish in prayer position. It doesn't have to be a prayer to any entity outside of us. Be a simple statement. May I be at peace. May I be gentle with myself. May my thoughts be kind and loving. And then we're back in the chat. We can call these wellness checks, gentleness checks, kindness checks. It's a way to check in with the body and be kind. Maisie is the song artist. Thank you, Josh. Joey says, just saw Dan and he didn't remind me that you're on. Dang, Dan. Dang. There's that word again, dang. Jace says, sweetness. Obviously not to me. Jace doesn't call me sweetness anymore. He used to when we first met. Jace was all about sweetness, Eric, sweetness, this. And now, I don't know, guys. I don't want to say that the magic is gone. So he says, I didn't think I'd find you here. Jessica says, thank you. Jessica, you are welcome, my friend. Can I tell you something? Those little check-ins help me as well. A great deal. And I hope if anyone else participates, that it helps them. Thank you, Sissy. Sending love while I rest. Sissy says, so Jason, everyone self-check-in time. Yes. Here's the thing. How often do you wake up at night? How often do we wake up at night? In the beginning or the throes or somewhere in that stream of anxiety, there's anxious thoughts. And we just lay in bed and we don't think we can help ourselves. But we can. I'm not doing anything special for you guys. You're doing the work. You're checking in with yourselves. I'm just acting as a friend. Sometimes when we're feeling anxious, friend is exactly what we need. Just a little bit of comfort from someone that you know cares about you. Josh says, new thing in the furry world, nothing really big. I find that hard to believe, Josh. Josh, you're holding back. There's something big going on and you just don't want me to know. Typical Josh. Hey, Redeemer, how are you, my friend? One breath can be life indeed. Amen to that, Redeemer. Sissy says, I call it checking myself at the door. Jay says, you're my special Sunday thing now. 1 day a week. 1 day a week. I've been reduced to 1 day a week, guys. He says, Yogi, if you get a chance, would you listen to Vangelis, Conquest of Paradise, and let me know what you think? I will. I'm going to copy and paste this. Well, I'm going to copy it. Well, I'll paste it too. Let me paste it since I have like 19 windows wide open on my desktop. You might ask, why do I have 19 windows open? I have no answer. I just do. All right, I got it up. And right after the live stream, uh, I'll check it out. Hey, Artula, how are you? Josh says, the only thing I know on my side of the furry world is my friend is a furry now. So they weren't before? Did you convince them to do so? Why would someone not be a furry and then decide to be a furry? And why would someone be a furry and decide not to be a furry? What's up, Lamar? Up next with Lamar. Carl says, remember when I said I thought I saw a member of the national volleyball team sitting down? The guy really wants to join the national team. Is he trying out, Carl? Josh says, definitely should listen to Mazzy Dum Dum Yogi. You saying that I should listen to Mazzy and calling me Dum Dum? Or that I should listen to Mazzy Dum Dum? Atula says, greetings from Europe. Thank you, my friend. Greetings from the US. Josh says, that's a wonderful award, Josh. Yes, Yogi, I transferred them. That's pretty awesome. Shirley says, Lee, greetings. Lee says, Shirley's greetings to you. Her cell name is Dum Dum. Got you. Did you guys check in with Mom Dog yet? Mom Dog 72. You will know her as she's great friends with Maddie. As well, you'll see her hanging out with Daisy May and Chris. Speaking of Chris, Nature's Dog Realm, her and I on Wednesday, we're going to be singing TV theme songs together. She's practicing. I have not yet practiced. I'm going to need to. Sniper says the illusion of reality is a construct of shared belief, a collective hallucination we agree to accept as fact. Your perception is the scope through which you view the landscape. It's not an objective. Can't make out that word. Objective valence, but a filter tuned in by your history, your fears, and your hopes. Course Miracle says projection makes perception. Very similar to Buddhism, very similar to yoga, are kleshas. Kleshas are the 5 afflictions of the mind, 5 major ones. There's a lot more, but we focus on the 5. And it is the viewing life through the lens of our kleshas, the afflictions, that cause us to see the world that we experience. If you want a different experience of the world, you got to learn to see through those kleshas. Buddhism, yoga, both make that same point. Buddhism has a couple different major kleshas than yoga. Carl says, I don't know his number. I don't have his number, but I heard from the boys that he went to the capital to join the national team. I hope he makes it, Carl. Lee says, serving my Redeemer? No, just Googling now. What did I miss from Redeemer? Oh, Lee, have you ever listened to Katara? Did I say that right, Redeemer? Hey, and Redeemer, how are you? How have you been? Guys, you get a chance to check in with Serving My Redeemer and the amazing work that he does. It's a talented artist. Talented artist serving a greater purpose. Buddha, how are you? Enlightened Life is here, says hi, Yogi and all. Josh says, Yogi, did you listen to my singing and pup stream? That one co-stream? I didn't, Josh, but sorry I missed it. I've talked with Toy Pups. I talked with her this morning, and she was raving about your singing. As well as, of course, Selma's. Actually, she mentioned you're singing the other day. Said you're very talented. I wish you would show me your license so you could come on up on a co-stream and co-stream with me sometime. Shirley says, Sniper, I need to remember that there is usually a part 2 of your wisdom. So I only have to send one email to myself. Sniper says, first sows the seed. Sniper says, lens there. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to remember to definitely put the link up for later. So here's the problem. Here's the issue. We go forth in life and we mess around with perceptions. We mess around with the perceived, thinking it's going to make any difference whatsoever. This is likened to rearranging the chairs on the deck of the Titanic. It's still going to sink no matter what you do with the chairs. So that could sound like a lost cause, right? You can exercise all you want, you can meditate all you want, you can do all the breath work you want. But all that'll do, all the meditation and the breath work, it'll slow things down enough so that you can see, wow, the world's a bit of a mess. And you'll also see the solution. The solution isn't to mess around with your perception. The solution is go to the source, which is always the mind, which is always causing the projection. Projection is the problem. If you want to change the world, don't march for peace. Don't become a crime fighter. All of that is good in a way, but none of it changes anything because we still have war, we still have crime, we still have starving children. We always did. Guess what? We always will until we change our projection. And that changes the perception that we experience. The only way you change your projection is first realize that you are causing all of this. We love to blame God. Why did God create a world of suffering? Why did God create a world in which children starve and man wages war against man? Neighbors kill themselves over political discord. Why would God do that? The answer is God didn't do that. We did that, and we continue to do that. But we can also fix it. Everything finds its source in the mind. We have two teachers that occur within the mind. We have the ego, which is teaching us get yours while you can, protect yourself at all costs. Someone else is always going to take something from you. There are evildoers in the world. The ego wants separation. It wants violence against each other. It wants to believe it's always right. And if it's always right, then most of you are probably wrong, unless you agree with him. And if you agree with him, you're on the ego side until you prove otherwise. And it'll keep an eye on you. So, knowing that, teacher number one, the ego. Teacher number two, the Course calls it Holy Spirit, but we could call it Buddha mind, Christ consciousness. We could call it the voice of love. It's ever present. In fact, it's the only thing that is present because the ego is an illusion. There's really no such thing as an ego. Neuroscience, neurosurgeons could cut open the brain, they'll never find a thing or a place that's called the ego. It doesn't exist. It's a collection of beliefs that has somehow gained an autonomous belief. All we have to do is see through it. How you feeling, Jessica? All of our suffering comes from choosing the wrong teacher. Now, within that brain, and this is just metaphorically speaking, there is a decision maker, either choosing the ego or choosing the Holy Spirit. Yoga, Buddhism, Sufism, saying the rosary, Course in Miracles, practicing forgiveness, trains the decision maker to choose love over the ego. Jessica says, I'm not sure. Let's see. Well, this is where I would disagree with you, Redeemer. Exploring golden opportunities, the ego only explores ego. Now, the decision maker could choose to explore golden opportunities, but that lies at the exclusion of the ego. The ego being fictitious, then all it can explore is an illusion. We want to awaken from the illusion. Awakening from the illusion means we wake up in the mind of God. We wake up in the heart of God. So as long as we keep choosing the ego in any sense, in any level of hierarchy that's present, we stay stuck in the ego. The ego will never truly know God. To the ego, God's a concept. But when the ego is seen through, when it's seen as a cloud, now we're identifying with that eternal blue sky that's never affected by a single cloud that passes through. Jessica says, I'm not sure. So Jessica, let's bring our hands up in prayer position. Let's start here. Let's go back and forth. Very slow. Hands up on the arms. We're going to add one thing in, Jessica. This is fold your arms, little X, like wings, and right on the upper chest. Go to butterfly hug. Very slow. Whatever pace is comfortable, whatever bit of force, if you want to feel it, if you want it very soft. Bilateral beats are very, very comforting. It lowers the heart rate. Think of it as butterfly wings. Then back to the prayer position. And if you want, Jessica, before we end the live stream, we'll do that physiological sigh for 3 rounds or so. Ending the live stream with just a bit of breath work. Josh had said, can somebody blurting out abruptly be the act of the ego? Oh, Lee said that, sorry. Can someone blurting out abruptly be the act of the ego? For example, if the question relates to them. Anything that is not reflective of love is the ego. Anything, no exceptions, 0 exception. Everything that is of this world as we experiencing it now is of the ego. Only every loving thought is real. Hey, Jacob. Jessica says, thank you. Always, Jessica. Redeemer says, butterfly and breathing in. I caught yesterday. No, today. Uh, beautiful blue butterfly, just pulsating its wings. I got several clips. Unfortunately, I noticed that the first clip I did, butterfly was doing it right next to a pretty fresh, steaming pile of dog poop, which did not diminish the butterfly's beauty in any way, but I probably thought it would be a little less uh, pleasing for the YouTube audience, the YouTubers. Atula says, the belief in lack creates lack. Today, I choose to feel rich. Awesome, Atula. Josh says, what if? Is that what if I send you a video of my friend's little brother singing? His English singing is better than mine. Sure. How about you send well, it doesn't have to be a video. Send the audio. That would be better. Send an audio. No video, just audio. And Josh, you can send an audio too. I forgot about that. I'd rather you send an audio. I don't know your friend's little brother. I don't know your friend, but I know you. You're a friend of mine, and I appreciate that, which is why I want to showcase your talent. Do you want to send an audio link of you playing the tuba or another instrument? Do you want to send a song of you singing in another language? Shirley sends a flower to Jessica. Thank you, Shirley. Josh says, how will I send an audio? It's a good question. Are you seriously asking a 6-year-old technically deficient person how to do something in a modern capacity on the interwebs? You guys are supposed to know how to do all of this stuff, how to navigate this world. For me, here's the extent of my technical capacity, Josh. I press the doohickey, I wobble around the thingamajiggy, and I hope that it works. If it doesn't, I'm at a loss. Just as I was about to figure out how to adjust my VHS machine, my recorder, what was it used to be called? The world just turned topsy-turvy, man. Thank you for the Jacob love, Jacob. Thank you, Sissy. She's talking my language. Hope the whatchamacallit works. Sissy, you remember well when the whatchamacallits didn't work and we had to call the whatchamacallit repairman, and it would sometimes take days before they showed up. Here I am sitting around my house like some kind of a chump. Sissy says, sends a smile. Josh says, doohickeys and thingamajiggies. What do they still make? Whatchamacallits is my favorite candy. Is it really your favorite candy? Or are you just saying that, Josh? I remember the commercial. Redeemer says, reminds me of when I tried to turn all of my cassette tapes into digital. Uh-oh. Hey, I have a cassette that I need to learn how to do digital. Did you ever figure out how to do that, Redeemer? Josh says, they repair candies? I didn't know that. Someone has to. Hey, Sissy, I know I'm a little bit older than you, but maybe separated by a decade or so, maybe a little bit more. What's the greatest candy ever of our generation? Hey, Shirley, are you still here? I'd ask Sniper as well, and I'd ask Lee, but it might be probably have different candy and probably some of the same. Shirley, what's the greatest candy ever? Can't stand stinkers? Well, nobody can stand a stinker. Am I a nounce? You don't think I'm a nounce. Check the hard drive. Am I a nounce? You don't believe so. Josh says, I thought you just bought a new one. Man, that's the problem with you kids nowadays. Everything's disposable. When I was a kid, I had to have 16 paper routes in order to save just enough money to buy one thingamajiggy. Now you guys just throw them away like they're a candy, like they're nothing. Josh says, your generation. You mean you mean Tootsie Rolls? Oh man, Seven Junior says Whoppers. Whoppers were incredible. Shirley says Butterfingers. Butterfingers were good. Thanks for the Jacob love. Acoustic Cover says hi, Eric. Hey, Acoustic Cover. How are you? Tootsie Pops. Guys, do you remember how many licks it actually took to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Man, Redeemer, that was a good call. Whoppers. Josh says he'd wear that sticker like a bagel. Josh, 2025. And he loves stickers. He says, I didn't see Sniper, so I dealt with it. He may be lurking, though. Oh, thank you, Lou. Jessica's still here. We're going to wrap things up in just a minute, and we're going to finish with 3 rounds of the physiological side. Sissy says, I don't remember. Is a more satisfying piece of candy than a Snickers bar. I like Three Musketeers, too. But, man, a Snickers bar. Josh says, my favorite candy bar other than whatchamacallit is M&M's. Yeah, M&M's are pretty awesome, too. Josh, are you a peanut or a plain M&M eater, or does it matter to you? He says, is America John Candy offers Steve Martin Lifesavers? I had to Google Yogi Soft Sweet. John Candy, Canadian treasure. He's a world treasure. I love John Candy. Jessica says Payday. Payday's really good. What if they still make Paydays? Dan says, like to do my lurking in dark alleys. Well, that's a good place to lurk. If you're gonna lurk, it should be in a dark alley. You're less conspicuous in a dark alley, right? What's a take 5? I don't think I ever had a Reese's take 5. Josh says, you were there when they made Oreos, right, Yogi? I was there when they made the very first Oreo. I actually don't know. When did Oreo cookies come into existence? We're going to find out. I'm going to Google. Take a guess. Take a guess when the first Oreo cookie rolled off the Oreo conveyor belt. And then we'll do some breath work and we'll wrap it up. You know, Oreos are vegan. I have done entire 24-hour races where the second half, I've done 100-mile races where the second half of the race, all I could eat was Oreo cookies. The only thing my stomach could handle. Josh, man, Josh, your Google feel is impressive. 1910, says Lee. Josh says 1915. Hey, Long John, how are you, my friend? I said 1912. That's a damn good cookie, guys. Thank God they're vegan. You know what else is vegan? Pringles. Original Pringles. Shirley says, even you wouldn't want to lurk in the alleys around here, Daniel. I'm sorry, Shirley. Longer says your body was craving glucose. Yep. And they're easy on the stomach. Josh, you need to put all this together. I think I blinked out in there for a second, guys. All right. We've hit about an hour. Guys, I got to remember to put the link in. We'll do some singing tonight. Longjohn says it was before the 1920s because they were around World War I, World War II. What year did World War I end? Was it 1918? Poor man says, where are you at, Shirley? North Minneapolis. Sniper says, have a great afternoon, folks. You too, Sniper. So if anyone wants to do some singing tonight, Josh, send me an email. My email's in my YouTube page. Dan says, used to be a nice town back in the early 90s. Longjohn says, later, Sniper. So, Jessica, are you up for 3 rounds of some breath work? We're going to do that physiological sigh. I didn't know that, Dan. Dan grew up there. So you're originally from Minnesota? It's a long time for war. I keep blinking in and out. Sniper just built 2 beds and a wardrobe. Awesome. Why did that make me think of C.S. Lewis? Jessica says, yes, please. Shirley says, yep, Dan, when I bought in 1990, it was very nice. 4 years, 1914. Thank you, Sniper. You need 50, Long John. How many do you have? Let me bring up your channel real quick, and then we'll do our breath work. Guys, we're going to do the physiological sigh. You are at 10 subscribers. Give me 1 second. Let's see a message from Kat. I just gave you one more. I only have one other channel, sort of like a backup. So you should bet at 11. Kat says, say Yogi. Hey, Yogi Baby. I like Yogi Baby. This is a holy instant, and you're blinking in and out of the illusion. Why do I have to keep coming back, Kat? Sipper says, but you'll need 24 hours after you hit 50. Click the like button. you're going to live in Minnesota, it would be way up north. Vietnam was very long. And if you trace it back to when it was just like military action before it was actually declared a war, I don't know if it was ever called a war. It can date all the way back to 1958. 58 to 74, 58 to 75. If we count it to the fall of Saigon. Sniper says Yogi's waking up, not blinking out. Finally. It's only taken 60 years. You have 11 now, Long John. All right, Jessica, here we go. Easy breath work. We're doing the physiological sigh, and then I got to sign off, guys. We're going to breathe in through the nose, filling the belly with air. When it feels we're just about full, just about, but not quite, we sip in air to top it off. Then we exhale through the mouth, pursed lips, tongue on the roof of the mouth with a whoosh, with a sigh. You're welcome, Long John. 3 rounds. Little relaxing between each. Long John says, Yogi baby. I like it best when Kat says it. Freedom says, all our veterans, salute for sure. Our first breath. Breathing in nice and deep, guys, filling the belly with air. Sip. Sigh. Your shoulders grow heavy. Sinking down closer to the ground. Body's relaxed. Feeling at ease. We take in one more breath, breathing in. Belly full, sipping air. Sigh. Give your arms a little bit of a shake. Shaking out any tension. Feeling the looseness of the shoulders, the looseness of the arms, looseness of the hands. Any little bit of tension, stress, leaving through the fingertips. Our last breath, breathing in nice and deep. Sipping air. Sigh. Bring a gentle smile to your lips. It's an easy smile. Know that the entire emotional state changes with that smile. Everything changes with that smile. The loving smile, a gentle smile. When you're ready, see you in the chat. We're going to say goodbye. All right. We're done for the afternoon, guys. Thank you all for coming in. You're welcome, Jessica. Jessica, if you need anything between now and the next live stream, just reach out, my friend. All right. Love you guys. I got to remember to put the link. Come on up and sing or send me a song. And let's have fun today. Let's have fun tonight. Redeemer says, make it a great day, y'all. You too, Redeemer. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hey, Celine. Celine says, you're the best. Reminds me, I would love to be able to sing that slow version of Simply the Best. Tried. I can't do it. I know you're not supposed to say can't, but guess what? I can't do it. Shirley says, thanks, Yogi, for everything. Shirley, thank you. Dongja says, love you, Yogi. Love you too. 5:25 Eastern Standard Time. Let me know if there's a song that you would like me to attempt to sing. Can't make any promises. I'm going to do a bluegrass song, Grateful Dead style. You might know it. I'm sure you do. All right. Love you guys. Better than all the rest. It's a great song. You know what? I didn't like it originally, but when I heard the acoustic version, I thought, man, what a fantastic song. I'm of the opinion that everything is better acoustic, with few exceptions. Like Whipping Post, the Allman Brothers can't be done acoustic. It probably could be, but it would lose something. All right, don't get me started on the whole acoustic thing. All right, I gotta go, guys. See ya.